Hey everybody, it's Mr. Howard. We are back with another episode of Badger Classroom, and today we're talking about a tool called Recap. Recap is going to be a video creating and discussion tool that can be used for a lot of things. You can do lessons with it, you can do assessments with it, formative or summative. There's a lot of applications for it, and I'll let you figure that out the more you use it. Today I'm going to show you how to get started with it. So in this first episode, we'll go ahead and talk about navigating to the website and getting logged in and starting up our account. The URL you're going to want to go to is letsrecap.com. Not recap.com, but letsrecap.com. So that's going to bring you to their opening page here. And the first thing that we will want to do is we will want to go ahead and click up here where it says sign up. So if you don't have an account, you'll just go ahead and sign up for an account before you start doing anything serious. That will bring you to a page where it will ask if you're a teacher or student. I'm assuming you'll be using this as a teacher. So you'll want to click here where it says teacher. And then, like many of our other favorite applications that don't require us to remember login or password details, you can go ahead and sign up here with Google. So if you click that, I'm going to sign in because I already have an account. I'm going to sign in with Google, but this should pop up when you create your account with Google. It'll just ask which account you want to use. It's going to set up some permissions so it can connect your login credentials from Google to Recap. And so now you don't, every time you want to log in, you just hit that Google button and it'll log you in that way. So once you log in, you will come to a dashboard page where it's going to have your classrooms. So the first time you log in, you won't have any classrooms. You will have to actually create a class. And so that's the next thing that we are going to work on doing. Those more astute watchers out there might know that if you were going to add a class, but you'd probably want to click here where the big plus that says add class. So I'll go ahead and click here. And that will open up a dialog to create a class. So just like any other thing that you use where you're creating classrooms, you're going to want to go ahead and type in that information. So I'll just go ahead, Howard ELA 7, and then it'll ask for your subject. So I'm going to click also, we'll just do reading here. And I could also say writing if I do other like stuff in this classroom. So, but I just want reading. Whoops. And then I'm going to click my grade. So I'm going to go ahead and click, say we're going to do 7th grade. And then, so here's the part we probably need to spend some time talking about here. So you have student sign-in options. You can either use a class pin or have kids use their Google account. Recap and I recommend that you use a Google account, and that's because kids do need to log in to use Recap, and they need to have their own accounts. If they use Google, it's just a button click and you know who it is. If you go in and manually add students and then have them log in with a class pin, they could click on anybody, and so students could be logging in as each other. I don't necessarily think that there's a whole bunch of students out there that want to get on there and do work for each other. I think the larger issue here is if students accidentally click on somebody else. So if you use ClassPin, there is a lot of opportunity for there to be confusion and screw-ups. So if you just have students log in with their Google account, and since we are a G Suite district, that's easy. It's just a button. Kids log in, super easy. So I recommend you do this option. So I'm going to select that here, email or Google. So now that the class is added, I'm going to go ahead and click add class here. And so now you'll see that I have student sign up instructions. So what we need to do to have students log in is get this URL and have students navigate there and then put in this code. So to effectively do that, I will actually switch to another browser and show you what that's going to look like on the student end. So, okay. So I have my Firefox open. I'm going to go to Let's recap.com/student. And this is where your students will go. So you can just take that URL, put it into their Google Classroom. You can email it to your class, whatever. So this is going to be your student sign up. We're going to click sign up with Google, and it's going to pull our information, but now it wants that code. So let me figure out what that was. PHWLEBZ. PHWLEBZ. Sign up. So I will go ahead and select this login. I got to put in my password. And then students have an opportunity to put, whatever they're curious about, and they can skip this or save it or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and I would have students skip this because it's not really pertinent to what's going on with the class. But now you'll see that this student is now in the classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and move this to the side. And if I go back to my classes, this class now has one student, and it's actually me on my other account. So that's how you add students. So that's how you'll go ahead about getting your class created, add students, and have your login ready to use for future sessions when you'll actually start creating videos and having students creating response videos. So stay tuned, and we will cover that in the next episode.